Things have not been looking extremely great for the new Daredevil television show, at least in regard to numbers, but the people that are watching it seem to be liking it fairly well. But you might not be aware of the fact that we are getting a return of the Punisher. Jon Bernthal is back as his character from the Netflix series, and he has made his official return on the newest episode. And he's now doing a lot of press, and it sounds like he actually saved the character of the Punisher. Let's dig into it. As always, be sure to give us that subscription down below. Just hit that button. We really appreciate it. It helps us with the whole algorithm thing, with the likes, the comments, all of that you guys do is really appreciated. And if you're new to this channel and want to stay up to date on things happening in the entertainment industry and just the latest in movie and TV reviews, this is the place to be. So go ahead and give us that sub. But anyways, on to what is actually going on with this. The new Daredevil show's out. Not a ton of people are watching it, but that doesn't mean it's not good. And it doesn't mean that good things aren't happening over on that show. Now, it sounds like with Punisher's return, it was paired with one of the worst episodes so far. If I'm not mistaken, I think we're on episode 4 right now. And they're saying that the episode as a whole was not that great, but Punisher's return is. And Jon Bernthal is basically saying that he refused to come back initially when they were showing him the script, the plans for the show. He's like, "No, I don't want any part of this," which also lines up with everything that we heard about the original version of this Daredevil show. And it's officially called Daredevil Born Again, if you were wondering. But he's made a lot of comments now, and he's done an exclusive interview with Entertainment Weekly. It says Jon Bernthal said the original version of Daredevil Born Again did not fit his vision of Frank Castle. Ultimately, I didn't see it. I didn't see the version of Frank, and what they wanted from Frank didn't really make sense to me, and I thought would not appeal to fans and wouldn't be congruent. And this lines up with everything we heard about the original vision of the show, and honestly, it lines up with everything that Marvel and Disney have been doing to the brand to torpedo it over the past 5 years or so. Almost no one is happy with what they've been doing, and so it's why everyone was excited when this show was coming back. They were claiming a return to form and an entire restructuring of the show to the point in which they deleted a lot of footage and started not quite from scratch, but at least started over to some degree. So what it says here is the revision led to his return as Frank Castle appearing in episode 4, and where there's a tense confrontation between his character and Matt Murdock, who's Daredevil. Bernthal described it as just a toe dip and explained, "Let's see if there's a real openness and a hunger to let Frank be what Frank is." And that makes me really excited because we want full-on Punisher. We're all ready for it. We want this character back. Bernthal, who is writing and starring in the project, shared it's the visceral physiology complex, unforgiving, no holds barred version of Frank, where he's going to turn his back to the audience. He emphasized nothing is easy and all violence has a cost, and we're going to see that cost. Bernthal noted Marvel's collaboration, saying they have an idea of where they want him to go, but they're really giving me agency and how we get him there and making sure that it's honest and authentic. And now this is all connected to the fact that they are doing a Punisher TV special, and that's actually what he's in charge of. But this is a great sign, the fact that they're giving him agency. We all tend to trust Bernthal a lot more with this character than actually Disney and Marvel of late. So it sounds like they are actually starting to listen a little bit, which is a very good sign. Now, I do have a worry. One of the things that has shown up in this show is this whole Punisher tattoo and the fact that a bunch of dirty cops are wearing it. Now, this could lead to something awesome, which is the fact that he might be going up to bat against the cops, which could be pretty epic. But the other thing is if this does connect to a recent run of the Punisher comics where he teams up and basically makes this killer team and becomes like a ninja and changes his branding and everything. The comic tanked. Everybody hated it. It was very off-brand, and it was very current Marvel. And so basically, if this is where we're headed, we're in big trouble. Hopefully that's not the plan. Hopefully this is just setting it up for him to go against dirty cops, things to get violent and crazy, and that's what we want from the Punisher. So I'm just here for Jon Bernthal taking control, really giving us the Punisher that we want. He really did that with the show from previously with Netflix. And so if we are getting more of that in this Daredevil series, then that's a good sign. We want the Punisher back. Thank you, Jon, for saving him. Hopefully you actually did. We will see as this show continues, but I think this is at least good news to some degree. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and if you're ready for this version of the Punisher, or if you're even watching this new Daredevil show, because it sounds like a whole lot of people aren't, which is kind of a bummer. but I've been checking it out. I'm behind on this recent episode, but I'm going to keep watching. And if there's anything big, I'll definitely let you know about it. But hit us up in the comments down below, and we will be back with some more news before long. Everybody take it easy. Later.